where we left off, because I have thermal paste this time. Okay, where's my camera? There we go. Oh, no card. I gotta get my memory card. I forgot to grab that. I'll be right back. Okay. Very, very important. If we're gonna film a video, we have to have a memory card in our camera. It's needed. Very important. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hopefully that's going to be better for filming. Okay, welcome back. I ran out of thermal paste. The cryonaut I thought that I had was empty because the cryonaut comes in small tubes. And this is really, really, really high quality, high performance stuff. So, yeah. Screwed up. Obviously, the store wasn't open when I was shooting my video. So, we're back next day. And I have this. So this is Aeronaut. This is a step down from the cryonaut that I was using, which, again, for this level of CPU is going to be totally, totally fine. There is genuinely no reason to use that super high quality, high performance rather, thermal paste. This is high quality thermal paste as well. It's just not as high performance. So we are going to not apply this. Why? What is wrong with you? Is there like a step down or something that I'm missing? Okay. Oh. What's up? How are you? I'm gonna turn my lights on. There we go. Okay. Well, let's see what the fuck I'm doing wrong here. Am I stupid? This is the cap. Okay, apparently I'm just dumb. Oh no, that's just really tough fit. I'm doing all right. We're building a PC, so shooting a video. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to apply this the way that it seems to be intended, which is kind of cool. Just try to get good coverage. We have some areas that have a little extra. We're just trying to put a nice flat film all over this CPU, because the last person who pasted this did not do a good job, so we are going to. I wish I had some forethought, or no, I wish I had some foresight and thought to test this to show you guys how bad this cooler would have performed, but I digress. We're here now. So we're going to put this cooler back on and tighten this down. So these have screws in them, or I'm sorry, not screws, but springs, and it's all designed to basically just be tightened down until it stops. So don't over torque this stuff. I still use a star pattern. I mean, I guess it's just kind of from automotive life. Always use star patterns, especially when we're doing gaskets and things like that. I just think it's a good idea for even torque across all the bolts. I guess these would be screws, but you get my drift. So, and then what I'd like to do is actually route this cable really nice, which unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do. So you can see right here, I'm going to zoom in for you guys. So you can see right here, CPU fan 1, that's this header. That's the one we're going to plug the CPU fan into. Okay. Goes just like that. Now, I think I'm going to be able to hide most of this cable right here underneath the cooler. I think that looks pretty tidy. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. I don't think it's going to interfere with the fan, as you can see. Perfect. And then we did look this up. So we're looking for, let me see if I can find the markings here for you to show you guys. So it's right in here. Right in here. Let me zoom in for you guys. Okay, so right in here you can see D04, A1, A2, B1, and B2. So this wants A2 and B2 slotted first. So these are keyed. They only go in one way. They're kind of hard to slot in, but you're basically just gonna make sure that it's keyed correctly, push until you have a click, and do the same thing over here. Just like that. Nice and simple. And that's pretty much your board done. So, we've cleaned all of our parts that came used. Everything looks really good now. We've repasted our CPU. Now we'll move into building inside of the case. Sorry guys, all right, what do we got? Can you see? Yeah. So here's the motherboard. Motherboard, RAM, CPU cooler, CPU is underneath here. So what we just did was take all of these components, clean them because they were filthy, and we've repasted this. Okay, hang on. Let me back up for those that maybe aren't like too familiar with computer terminology. So thermal paste or thermal compound is a product that goes in between the cooler and what's called the IHS, or the individual heat spreader, and that's what contacts the die of the CPU. Now the CPU is going to get hot from doing its calculations. The silicon will get hot. The IHS is the interface between that. And then the thermal interface, which in this case we use thermal compound, which is like a goo. What it does is it fills like the micro cracks, the hills and valleys in between the IHS and the surface of this, because none of them are truly flat, right? So that fills all those valleys so there's no air gap, because air is a poor conductor of heat, and we want to conduct as much heat from the CPU into the CPU cooler, all right? Does that make sense? I might be screwed on this one. I don't think I have spare hardware for an M.2. That would be useful. What drive is this? Is this a Gen 3? Gen 3x4. Okay, so not gonna swap that out for my other. Oh, I wonder if it's the same. I don't think it is. Kind of might be screwed on this one, guys. I don't think I have spare hardware, because that usually comes with the motherboard. Oh, let me check my other board box. The Titanic is done. Okay, interesting. YouTube chat never fails. Never fails to be fucking weird. See, that's what I was worried about. So there's literally no hardware in it. Is what it is. So we actually got lucky, you guys. See that? Lucky. A little bit of M.2 hardware so that we can actually mount our M.2 here. That was cool. Yeah, let's go. I hear that. Okay. Okay, so last step, now that we've got this all clean, we need to install our new M.2. So this is a 512 gigabyte by Inland. I've never used this brand. This is a very basic drive. I got it for half off at Micro Center. It was normally $55, as you can see here, and I got it for $30. Right, so it's not exactly half off, but close enough. So what we're gonna do, because this hardware, I don't have an M.2 screw, but I do have this spare toolless M.2 hardware that should work. It should be the same thread pitch. Yeah, that has a cover on it. So we'll take this off real quick. Let me kind of zoom in for you guys to see. Okay, so this is the hardware right here that we're replacing. So we're going to take this out, and then we're going to put this toolless M.2 hardware in. So this will work out for us really well. I know you guys, well, let me see if I can reposition you guys a little bit better. Obviously, so we're shooting a main video. Obviously, you can see by the camera here. Just wanted you guys to be able to enjoy. But I can shift you guys if you guys want. Let's try that. Hopefully you guys are able to see a little bit more, so you guys can kind of follow along a little bit better. So basically what we've done is we've removed this piece of hardware from this M.2 location so that we can install a new drive here. We're going to be using this piece of hardware installed right here. Okay, so that is not going to work. Once again, I am stuck. Put this back here. Should be relatively easy to replace. I don't have M.2 screws. You know what? I have one more motherboard box. I will check that box. Put this one back. It's ridiculous. We'll be right back. All right, chat. I'm gonna go grab. Hey, let's see. Hang on. We got just subbed and just subbed as well. Hey, thanks so much, you guys. I'm happy to hear that I've earned your guys' subscription. I'm gonna go check another motherboard box because I might have some M.2 hardware. So we might be able to save this build. All right, let's find out. All right, we're gonna move this. Spare motherboard box, let's see. It's gonna have a bunch of random stuff in here. We got fractal cases, we got a deep cool fan. 3.5-inch drive screw, cable tie, dampeners. Don't think that's correct. Okay, let's look in here. Oh, we might have gotten lucky. Right there. I think this is it. Oh man, I'm glad I kept this. Okay, put these spare fans off to the side. Okay, here we go. So I'll zoom in for you guys on the camera. This is what we're working on right here. All right, Chad, I think we got lucky. So let's open this up. Again, not a lot of torque on these. Perfect. All right, let's get this M.2 opened. It freaking worked. Right there, that's all we needed. Just that. So that we can install an M.2 here, we now have a toolless design. What I don't have is a method to open this. Normally I have my blade on me. All right, chat. Let's see if I can muscle this open. Oh, well, happy Valentine's Day to you. Personally, I don't vibe with that. Do you have one? I'm asking a girl. What? Huh? I'm married, if that's what you're asking. Always open your PC components, especially brand new ones, as violently as humanly possible. There you go. Oh. This is ugly, so I'm going to take it off. Plus, some of these stickers actually just act as insulators, so get that goop off there. Okay, so again, for M.2s, they are keyed. So you can see right here, this notch lines up with that notch right there. That's all you do. Set it in place just like that.
Is this standoff too tall for this?
There it is. Oh, I know what I did. Timeout. Simple mistake here. Simple mistake. So these toolless M.2s are not designed to go on standoffs like this. That's my mistake. I got ahead of myself. I was excited to find a solution. But I'm not going to cut this out of the video because I'm not perfect, and nobody is. Everybody makes mistakes when they're building PCs. Well, everybody just makes mistakes plain, like, generally speaking. So I want you guys to see that it's okay to make mistakes, just fix them. Okay? So, again, line up the M.2 here. Drop it down. It sets right in place. Just going to use the screwdriver to flip it around because I can't get my finger down in there. There you go. Seated. So now the M.2 is in place. This is going to be everything that we need to do to this motherboard. We have RAM installed, we have our M.2 drive installed, cooler is installed. We don't have anything else to install on the board outside of the case. We're going to put our Wi-Fi card and our GPU in on these PCIe lanes, and we will go from there. But those will be installed once it's inside of the case, because as you can see on the GPU, it has this bracket. So we're going to slot this inside, and this bracket will line up and seat on the supports for the case. So let's get this cleared off, and we'll reposition the camera so that you guys can watch me build inside the case. Actually, we'll probably just build inside the case flat, because that's how I typically do it. One second, I'm going to clean this up. Okay. All right, I'll read chat now. Let's see. Do I have one as a friend? Woo, go Ravens. Let's go, baby. I know, so I have one. Yeah, my wife is my Valentine. Always and forever. Okay, all right. Let's get all this trash up and out of here. Aeronauts. I wish that I didn't have to tear the damn thing off to keep this. It's a little goopy. See if we can get this in here. Okay, there we go, and then we'll seal it back up. Perfect. Hi, just joined with the spec of the PC and the budget. So the budget's in the title. It's $375. We have a killer build for you guys today. So it's an AM4 system. We are running a B450M Pro and a Ryzen 5 2600. It's a great little CPU, 6 cores. It's going to do everything that we need it to. And then the GOAT, RTX 2080 Founders Edition card. Excellent card. It's going to rip. And we all have M.2 storage, and we have our mass storage right here on a 1 terabyte drive, a little spinning drive. This is going to be perfect for our use case. So we're gonna have a nice speedy system with a nice Gen 3 drive, which is perfect for AM4. And a decently fast, let's see what the speed on this is. I think it's 5,000 RPM. I believe it's 5,000 based on the markings here. So, excellent, excellent system for less than the cost of an Xbox. Suck it, console nerds. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you guys because I'm about to set the PC down on its side. I don't know if I can get you guys any higher, but I'm gonna try. So just bear with me, because I'm filming on my super nice camera right now, because we're gonna be giving this PC away, just in case you guys didn't know that. If you live in the United States, within the lower 48, you can win this PC. I try to do PC giveaways. We're doing a bunch right now. At 2,000 subscribers, we're giving away GTX 1080, and this build is specifically gonna be given away whenever the video goes live. It's gonna be the video that you guys want to watch, get the views and the watch time up, and once it hits a certain metric, which I haven't quite decided, once it hits that, we'll pick somebody in the comments that's in the lower 48. I have to ship it via ground. I'd love to do it worldwide. Companies want $1,500 to ship a PC case, just a case. So a full build is going to be heavier, so it's just going to be more expensive. $1,500, I just can't afford it. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't make the money. I don't make any money on YouTube. So if you're interested, if you like that stuff, maybe check out the other videos. And if you feel I've earned a subscription, please consider it. And the GPUs I will ship internationally because they're tiny. And what's up, EXO? What's your question? You're looking into getting a pre-built. Why? Why are you looking to get into a pre-built? Why is the camera mirrored? It's so I can read the chat. Because if it was on the back, I'd have to run around to read it. And that's annoying to do when I'm shooting, because I'm shooting a standard video right now and I'm streaming you guys. Your parents won't let you build it? Why? Let's have a chat. Okay. I'm a dad. So let's talk about this as a dad. Yeah, I'm shooting with my phone for the stream, and I'm shooting with a Sony FX30 for the video. Is that a 1070 you talk about back here? These ones up here? Those are 1080s. You might break it. No, you won't. Unless you're really silly and you're not careful. Are you a careful kid? Do you break things often? If Android, you can flip image so it's not mirrored. Okay. Well, that's okay. We're doing it this way, buddy. You haven't broken something in about 2 years. Okay. Have you done research on how to do the builds? Do you have the tools? Hey, bro, salty pennies. It's in the name, big dog. I'm salty as fuck. People just get in the chat and they just yap, dude. There's some things that just don't matter. What is? Oh, that's from you guys. What's up? Is it safe to goon in here? As long as you're not like overtly rude or fucking spamming or annoying as shit. Everybody's got to be able to enjoy it. You're willing to buy it? Just look on YouTube and see if you... Oh, I'm sorry, I asked about tools. Well, all you need is like a couple screwdrivers. It's nothing crazy. So, if you have the tools and you have the means, what I would do is I would explain that you can save a significant amount of money and that you have the skills to build it. It's not that difficult. You can show them the build videos and all that good stuff. A question, what do I recommend for a 12 gigabyte GPU for $300 for Fortnite? Why do you need a 12 gigabyte GPU? If your metric is $300, go and try to get a deal on like a 3080. They're out there. You could get this one. It's a 2080. Great card. I got this for 160 bucks. And it's a Founders Edition, so it's a super sought after card. You also need a, what do you mean? You need a work? Oh, you need the 12 gigabytes of VRAM for work. Yeah. So if you need 12 gigabytes of VRAM for work, then you want it to be brand new. You're not going to find anything brand new with 12 gigabytes of VRAM in the $300 price range. You're just not. The 3060? No, what? No? I wanted to see what if the specs are here. Yeah, this isn't going to have any of the specs that I'm looking for. I don't believe that the 3060 is a 12 gigabyte VRAM card, if my memory serves. Are you 100% sure about that? If you look, dude, I ain't Google. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Google, but if you can find a 3060 for 300 bucks, there you go. I wouldn't buy a brand new card. I think the value just isn't there. I think Nvidia has made their cards way too expensive for what they are. That's just my opinion. All right? That 4090, that was a used buy. 3060 Ti, used. 3080 back there, used. 1080 back there, 1080 back there, both used. 2080, used. Buy used cards. That's my view. These are robust systems. It's robust hardware, all right? If you could test it, make sure it's good to go. Thank you, Ash. I appreciate it. Didn't realize I was so loud. Can you buy from me? No. I'm not selling my components. EXO, if you want PC help, the best place for you to go is in my Discord. That's where you can send links and stuff. It's not going to come through, and I'm not going to be able to look at it while I'm streaming. I would stay away from mining cards, though. Jeez, I hit the damn tripod. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. All right, I've got to get this set up now, of course. Oh, we're recording? Since when? Okay. Building a sleeper, the case looked ancient. Mining cards are great if well cared for, if you are an experienced buyer. Well, so that's kind of my point, right? Is a lot of people that are asking these questions are just not experienced, right? My content isn't for people who know what they're doing about PCs. Mine is for the people that like, oh, I want to buy a pre-built. Why? All of this right here, $375. A 2080 for $375. You couldn't buy this card for less than $1,000 when it was the new hotness. You just couldn't. So for me, I find it hard to recommend to people who I already know are struggling with a knowledge or a base knowledge, base experience, to go and try to buy a card that has been heavily used, right? Because my recommendation for things like that would be to remove everything, repaste the card, re-thermal, like if they have thermal pads, redo the thermal pads, and that's a big ask for inexperienced people. I think if you buy a card that was used to game on, buy it used, you'll be good to go. That's my recommendation. Put the drive over here. Exactly, that's what I mean. For new people, it's better just to find a used gaming card, something that hasn't been used to mine. Yeah, see, that's cheap for a 3060. Okay, so we've got the case up here for you guys to see inside of. So what I'm going to do is kind of look through this and try to figure out exactly what I need to be doing, because I haven't built in a case that has these features. This is a little bit older, so just going to kind of move this apart and see what I'm dealing with. Okay, once the cable ties, oh, interesting, we have a, oh, this probably was stuck up here and the adhesive has since failed, so we'll go ahead and just remove that. There's no need for that. Okay, so we have USB, and it looks like audio, and front panel. So this should be relatively simple. So we'll just get those out of the way for now. We have a lot of Molex that we're gonna have to route, so we'll just kind of get these out of the way for now. 1, 2, 3, 4 fans, okay? All right. We're gonna pop this IO shield out. I doubt that it will work for this. Yeah, as you can see, it does not. So we're just not going to use it. And unfortunately, this is part of the deal with buying used, right? We did not get an IO shield for this. It's not the end of the world. You could buy one if you wanted, but this is part of the deal with used components, right? At $375 for this PC, I'm really not that tore up about this being the situation. Okay. Looks like we're missing a standoff there, there, and there. So we have these two standoffs. We're gonna support this down the bottom. Let's just double check where the most important places are. I'm just looking to support the motherboard as best as I can. So one there, one there, one there, and one there. So we only have 4 available, and that's 4. So I have 2 more. So I think what I'd like to do is do one here. Yeah, one here and one in this top corner. I think those are some important places. Okay. Then let's just look at this again. So it's in this bottom hole right here. So again, I'm just trying to develop this in a way where I'm supporting the board as much as I can. So, again, not perfect. It'd be better to have all the standoffs that you need, but honestly, this will be fine. Perfect. All right, let's go in our baggie of hardware. Looks like these are it. There's some mixed screws in here, so you guys just want to be careful. Like, pay attention to which screws. Like these sharp ones, we're not going to be using those. Do I have a PC Build 101 video? No, I don't. I don't feel that I'm qualified to really make that kind of video, if I'm being completely honest with you. I just don't think that that's something else that the internet needs. I think that there are plenty of people that have really good videos on how to build them with a much larger knowledge base than myself. Actually, I'm going to use this. So I actually found these. So I was going through the bags of hardware and I found these. So we have 3 more standoffs. So we will be using those for 1, 2, we will be hitting all of the available slots for this motherboard. that are actually in the case itself. So one here, one here. We only need two. One here, one here. Check one more time, make sure we got those all lined up. Yep, that looks good. I'm glad you're locked in. That means I'm doing good. I will be putting this video up that just kind of shows the process of building it, but it's not going to be like a 101 or how-to guide. All right, so we're going to put a standoff here and a standoff here. That's all the holes that I need to fill this up. So there's one, and there's two. So I'll just slap those in. And we'll line the board up. So you want to be careful when you're putting the motherboard in, because you don't want to set it onto the standoffs and then move it around a bunch, because you'll scratch the traces. That will be bad. So here's a nice little trick. Take your standoff and find the screw whose thread pitch matches. So it will not be that one. Will not be that one. Should be this one. Yeah, so as you guys can see with this, that is the correct thread pitch. We're not shredding the threads. So now I just need to find all of the screws that look like this. Okay. I gotta find all these. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 standoffs, 8 screws. Doom scrolling's bad for you. Watching Salty Pennies content is good for you. Be careful not to over torque these. Again, this is electronics, not automotive, so respect the torque. You don't want to over torque and turn righty tighty into righty loosey. That's a bad day. These screws didn't feel right. I think they're the right thread pitch, but I think they're just a little thin. And Mondo, I appreciate you peeping the IO shield. This is the one that came with the case, and the guy who sold me the motherboard didn't give me one. So in keeping with the theme of not editing out my mistakes, I didn't like how these were feeling going in to the standoffs. So I just double checked and I found these screws inside, which thread much nicer and tighten down much nicer. I felt like the other ones were going to strip. And it's a hard feeling to describe if you've never stripped a screw before. So I'll just say it feels like it just doesn't feel like the screw is continuing to get tight, even with, like, not even with, but it feels like the screw is not getting tight proportionally to how you're spinning it. So it's just something to consider. Again, as you can see, these screws are going in just fine. Important thing is not to force anything. That's where you're going to run into a lot of issues. So the nice thing is I didn't force any of those screws. I tried checking the thread pitch before. Obviously I thought I was right, but I was wrong. And that's just fine. It's not a big deal. So we're going to take the opportunity to fix our problems. By the way I figured out that these screws weren't the right ones, I don't know if you guys caught it, but earlier, I think I just took that standoff out. Oh, man. So, oh, is this screw just different? We're gonna have to take the entire motherboard out now. So actually this is a really good example, so if you guys, we'll try to zoom in for you. So I want you guys to look at this screw right here. See how the motherboard can shift underneath it? That's bad. And as you can see, the standoff stayed connected, so we're gonna have to get these apart. I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. It's very simple. So the GN toolkit actually has these screwdrivers that are the exact bit. So we'll just line these up. Take these off. So inspecting the threads, I can see that I don't. So after inspecting the threads, I don't see any damage inside. So I'm going to reuse them. If you damage the threads on something, it's likely to cause stripping on any screws or hardware. So if you see damaged threads, don't reuse it. You'll just cause yourself a larger headache. So we're going to kind of torque these standoffs down, put the motherboard back in, making sure to line it up, and we will use the screws that we found were correct. That's how it's supposed to feel. There we go. Let's check the threads on these ones that were problematic. No issues. And this one as well. This was another problem child. Perfect. No issues. Trust your gut. If it don't feel right, it's probably not. So that goes for building computers and personal relationships. I/O shield, Isak, we don't have one. The motherboard is used, but I appreciate you trying to make sure that I don't make mistakes. Thank you very much. It was a used motherboard. He didn't supply the I/O shield. The I/O shield right here, you know what? There, it's gone. The I/O shield is from this case originally. It will not work with this motherboard. But thank you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So guys, I noticed a couple mismatched screws, and even though they threaded in just fine without issue, it bothers me that they're mismatched, and I take pride in my work, even if I'm giving it away, so we're gonna fix that. Ollie, great, it's a great observation. So, great observation. However, what you are not considering is that the audio on a phone is really bad. The furnace is right there, so it's heating the house. That's what you're hearing. Right up here, right here is my microphone for my recording. You see how it's very close proximity to me? So what I'm gonna do is any low frequency or high frequency noise like that whirring from the fan, I'll get rid of it immediately in post. It's super easy to do. So let's get you guys back to this. Okay, so next is going to be plugging everything into the motherboard from the case. Now normally, all of these Molex connectors would actually plug into these chassis fans like down here, chassis fan 2 and 3, but they're Molex. So this is, like I said, it's a little bit of an old school build. So we will plug those directly into the motherboard. But the things we do have to worry about are on this end. So first, I'm going to do these three. So it's a reset switch, a power switch, and the hard drive light. So it's actually labeled on this motherboard, which is really nice. If it's not labeled on the board itself, you can conduct, if it's not labeled on the board itself, you can consult the motherboard manual. And if you're buying used, you can look up motherboard manuals online. So power switch is going to be this one. Hard drive is this one. And the reset switch is this one. That's your front panel connector, done and dusted. We're going to take our two USBs. And as you can see, oh, hang on. So next, we're going to take our two USBs. Pretty easy to see here, but you can notice they're keyed. So that white block is a stop. There's no pin going to be allowed to go through there. If you look carefully, these are missing a pin in the bottom corner. So that's how you can get these to line up in here. Simply match the white block with the missing pin. And it's that simple. And repeat for all USB cabling that you need to. Alright, so next is going to be the HD audio. So this is for the 3.5mm jacks up front for the microphone and the headphones. So, right down here in this corner you can see HD audio 1. It is also keyed by not allowing a pin to go through, so you just do the same thing that you did with the USBs. Right there, HD audio 1. Now, I'm going to try to cable manage this as best as I can. Just going to keep that loose for now. I'm going to look at maybe running these cables down to this. Just like that. We're going to play with this a little bit, but for now, I think this is a good temporary location. Okay, let's see. Dave, what's up, dude? 11:42, 3 or 4 a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m. Furnace makes you sleepy. Yep. Night. 16 gig DDR5 for 32. RGB RAM looks amazing. It looks so good. I love it. So I was going to explore this off camera real quick because I'm worried I'm making the video boring. But again, in the interest of who this video is made for, it's for people who are scared to build PCs. So I want to show you, when I don't know something, how I go about it. That didn't change a damn thing. I'm trying to get this drive bay to slide out. I don't think that it does. At least not like that. Oh, I know what I should do. Let's check the other side, see if there's screws. Who'da thunk? Screws on this side. There you go. So this bay is designed for 3.5-inch drives. So what I'm gonna do is put a 3.5-inch drive, or excuse me, a 2.5-inch drive in the same slot, but we're going to only bolt it down on one side. Is this the best thing to do? No, but again, when you're working with used hardware, when you're only working with what you got, sometimes you got to make it work. So we're going to do that. So what I'm seeing here is these long tubes right here that I'm presuming these long screws are supposed to go through. And none of them match the thread pitch that I need for this drive. As you can see, all I have is this tiny little screw. So we're gonna slide the cage back in, remount it, and I'm betting that I can push it betting I can mount it right here. Just like that. There you go. Man. There's that. And there's that. That hard drive ain't going anywhere. On the side, there are many holes. You could probably line it up. Yep. So you guys could kind of see it. That worked out well. Come on. Fuck. These are taking forever. I'm tired of this.
But Saltie, there's supposed to be thumb screws. You're supposed to take them out by hand. If you use a drill, no one's gonna be able to take them out by hand.
Well, I couldn't take the first ones out by hand, so deal with it. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing to the other side real quick, because I don't want to forget. By the way, chat, I just want you guys to know, it really tickles me to look over to chat every so often while I'm recording, and see that you guys are like following along with suggestions, and I'm like, oh, maybe what about this? Screws on the other side. Like, that was hilarious. I love it. So, you wouldn't even put the screws in? Well, see, so I have this problem, and it's called work ethic. So, what ends up happening is my brain says, if I leave screws undone, then I'm not doing 100% of the work. If I'm not doing 100% of the work, then it reflects poorly upon me. So, I need to do it right. Did I try glue? Well, I probably ate some when I was a kid, but not now. Never use a drill on your PC. Never. The static electric, get out of here, dude. It's not gonna do anything. Explain to me how the electricity from this battery is going to travel through this, into here, inside of here, through this, into here, and into the PC. And it's gonna go boom. Never zapped anything once in my life using a cordless drill. Never. You could tighten the screw. No, just, have you never used a screw before? I'm sorry, have you never used a cordless drill? Like, don't sit there and just be like you just go zip, 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 zip. Like, see, doesn't hurt. TM, I'm not talking to you like that. And honestly, TM, you don't have to approve. You're the one that jumped into Saltie Pennies. Salty being the key word. Salty, Pennies, 2 cents, opinionated. I'm sorry. I'm not actually. I'm not sorry. Enjoy the stream. Ugh. Okay, let's get this down. Get this over here. Okay. Ugh. Power supply time. Alrighty, next piece to install is going to be our power supply. Now, normally I would say install fan side down, but if you can see, this is a solid basement. So we're going to install fan side up, like that. Alright? And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm really worried about this because I've never put an older case like this together. So I hope this fits. Just gonna give that tab a little persuasion. That was all we needed. Okay. Alright, seems like the standard hasn't changed much. It's these. So in my experience, these screws, the hexagon ones, are the ones you use for your power supply. Position this for a better shot. Okay. Give me 1 second, you guys. So I realize you guys probably couldn't get a good orientation, but you can see these little notches are available for the power supplies. So you just need all 4 bolts, the holes to line up in some of these notches, and that's how you know you have it in the right spot. So there you go. Okay, this goes up there, this goes right there. Okay, that cinches down, that goes up and over, that stays on that side. Okay, now let's check. Oh, it's so hard to film by myself, you guys. Okay, so power supply's in now. We've got spaghetti monster to deal with. Now, before anyone asks me about the ketchup and mustard cables, this was a $30 power supply at 600 watts. So this is good for what we're using it for. We are going to cable manage this the absolute best that we can. But because it's not modular, which means that the cables are all plugged into the power supply, I can't unplug any from here, we're going to have some extra. So we'll do our best, and I'll show you kind of the way that I go about this. So what I do is I separate the cables kind of one by one, get them out of the way and out of the case in order of importance. So, this is a good point, okay? See how they're labeled? So this is CPU. So this is going to go, that's right, for the CPU right here, okay? Don't get it confused with PCIe, okay? And most importantly, do not force these cables. You will break something. They should click in with relative ease. All right, so here we have our CPU. That's going to go right up here. Right up here. All right, so our CPU. All right, so our CPU power connector, it's going to go right here into the motherboard. Let's shoot that again. All right, so our CPU connector is going to go right here into the motherboard. See how easy that was? That's how the cable should plug in, regardless of what it's for. All right, so I'm going to kind of pre-cable manage some of this stuff. That should go right there. And do these. I don't know what this is. I actually don't like it. It looks like it's a fan shroud. I wish I could just get rid of it. But it also might be nice to use for, well, it's going to be in the way. I don't know. Actually, yeah. So what I was thinking is I could kind of use these pass-throughs to hide the cables, but I think the cables are too thick and they're going to foul on the back panel, so we will not be doing that. This cable run is not great, not terribly pleased with it, but we're doing what we can, I suppose. So, next is going to be this big hog, a 24 pin. It's going to go right here. So the big hog 24 pin drops in right there. Big 24 pin. Drops right there. Nice solid click, so we know we're good. Again, try to manage these. Again, we just want these out of the way of this airflow. That's what's really important, like the cable mess. Supposedly, I've seen testing that shows that that doesn't really affect it, but I still like to make it look neat and clean as best as I possibly can. Okay. next, let's install 2 more components. Bye, gaming. Huh. Yeah, I agree. 50 series is pretty disappointing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to install is this wireless card. So, this is not a wireless motherboard. This came with it. This is an added feature that I think a lot of people will need. Not a lot of people, well, I think this is an added feature that people will need because not everybody has a Ethernet wired connection. So, as you can see by this little tiny PCIe slot, this is where this is going to go. And you can see how it lines up with this slot right here. So we're going to take this out. So, the way that these covers work is they screw in on one side and they have this tab on the other. So, you have to unscrew them, shift them, and pull straight up. We'll take this guy. Take this guy. Drop it right in the slot. Just like that. And then you can see here, that screw lines up. So we will just put it back. Let's look at something here. Yes, okay, I was correct. Okay, so the front of this case has 2 cables, right? These 2 run up to the front. This has 2 wires running off of it, as you can see here. This only has 1. So this, I guarantee you, powers that weird switch that we saw earlier. So what I'm going to do is take this out, and I'm going to plug our USB power plug, whatever. This is a USB plug for the Wi-Fi adapter. So we're going to populate this slot with it. Because we only have 2, and whatever weird connector this is, we're not using, but we will use Wi-Fi. So, let's think of how will I want to cable manage this? I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to go down underneath the GPU and right here underneath, just like that. I don't think that we're going to foul onto anything, so that's how we're going to run it to hide the cable as best as we can. Next is the powerhouse. The whole reason we're building this. It's going to be a tight fit. We might have to remove that, but let's find out. So, 2-slot card, 2 slots to remove. All right, let's see if it fits. Okay. So we're fouling just a little bit on this, which is frustrating. So we will have to figure out if we can remove this. All right, I'm just gonna cut this out because you guys don't need to see this, and I feel like this video might get boring already. All right, hello chat. Sawzall I wish. All right, so I want to show you guys kind of how I solve problems. So if you look at this, you can see that there's like these plastic little tabs here. Little plastic tabs. And then this channel for these wires. So what we will be able to do is just sneak those wires out. And just apply a little bit of pressure to these tabs and pull. And do the same thing here. And we're home free. Easy. So now we'll be able to put this guy back in without an issue. and we will no longer foul on our GPU. We didn't have to cut anything, which is nice. Worked out. You're from Atlanta? Atlanta, Georgia. From hot Atlanta, baby. Shit. Oh, look at that. So satisfying. Okay. Dig Don't Stop Dave, did you tell everybody where you from? Dave, I know you're not in my chat right now telling people to buy an Intel pre-built. Rainbow, I'm not live on Twitch because I'm streaming from my phone, way away from my PC in the Saltie set. Intel all the way? Have you been around? Intel CPUs fried themselves. Nah, but for real, I think that Intel needs to get its shit together. Because they have not been innovating. They've been at the top for too long. Speedy stuff. Fastest CPUs. That's great. That's all super cool. I love that. But AMD killed it on value, on performance, and on core count. So being able to do multiple things, right? Like not just gaming. AMD's killing it. I need Intel to pick up their game so that AMD doesn't do it what Intel did and fall off. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's try this again. 2080. You want to make sure you line up the PCIe slot. You should hear that nice click in place. And then you're just going to put these screws back in. Sometimes they might need a little bit of persuasion. As you can see here, all I'm doing is putting a little bit of pressure on the GPU so that way it lines up these holes over here. Okay? Now we need to set these up. So these are called PCIe, right? You can see it's labeled right there. You can see this weird little pigtail. So if we look back down here, this has a blank spot right here. So this pigtail doesn't go in there, okay? That's all that is. The other thing that's important to note about these connectors is they have these little teeth. So see how they line up and they sit in place like that? That's important because that's how they clip in. Okay? That little tab allows this side to push against the little tab and keep it seated. And for this one, we're just going to pull up the extra little tab and seat it just like that. Put a little bit of a bend on these cables and just try to pull all the slack down into the basement. Right there. We're just going to pull these slack down right here and just kind of tuck all of this stuff down into the basement where it will live happily ever after. Next set of cables is going to be this SATA power. It's going to go into our drive, which is up here. Let me see if I can get an angle for you guys to be able to see that. So there's the drive. You should see this nice little L key right here is going to match up with that one. There you go, just like that. Zip ties, tie wraps. Yeah, I call them zip ties. I mean, you could put a lot of hard drives in this if you really wanted to, but I'm not doing that. Okay, and now for the nightmare. Molex. So we have to plug in 4 fans with 4 Molex connectors that are only, I don't know, 4 inches apart. So let's go in here and get all these Molex connectors ready. Let's see what we can do in terms of cable management. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Okay, maybe not. There's 3. And then where's the 4th one? Hidden down here? Yeah. And 4. Okay. So first Molex connector is here. So Molex is old school, but in case you run into it, you can see it's keyed. So this is how it goes. Plug that one in. Plug that one in. Plug that one in. And plug. What? What? Oh, I'm silly. So they're daisy chainable. And plug that one in. Okay? This is horrible cable garbage. I'm probably going to do more cable no, I'm not probably. I'm going to do more cable management off camera, but for now we're going to do testing and see how this goes. All right, and then this last one, which is just an extra SATA power, can live right here in the basement. And then there's one more cable we need for this drive. I'm gonna go see if I have one. You guys, look at this cable mess behind me. It's horrible. Ugh. I need a SATA cable. Want to bet my old motherboard box has one in it? There you go. Cable ties too. And zip ties. And SATA. Alright, so I just raided another old motherboard tray. We got some cable ties that will help with cable management, and we've got these. So this is a SATA cable, okay? We actually have 2, which is nice. So we have a 90-degree one and a flat one. So we're going to see how this SATA is set up. So let me see if I can get that angle for you guys. So it's right here underneath the GPU. Cable length is good. So cable length is good. You can see it's going to go up to here, to that drive, and then into that space down there. I'm going to see if I can finagle this. I believe that I can. Otherwise, I'll have to take the GPU out. There you go. Just like that. So you can see past all these wires and junk right here. Right there. That's the SATA. It just plugs right in. It's keyed. It can only go one way. Then we're going to rotate the case for you guys. Ugh. Okay. Right there. So you can see it has the same L key as before for the power. You can see it has the same L keying for the SATA, just like it did for the power. Let's try that again. So you guys can see it has the same L-shaped key, just like the SATA power. It's just smaller. So just like that. Okay, so since this is an older system, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through, I'm going to switch all these dip switches for the fans to high, because I care about performance, not noise. All right, that's fan speed set. So now the build is complete. Let's get some glory shots. We're done. Okay. Okay, let's see. Ruben, what GPU and CPU are we using? We're using the Ryzen 5 2600. It's a 6-core CPU in a ASRock B450 with a NVIDIA RTX 2080 Founders Edition graphics card. And then, Anita, do a little recap of your PC building for me, please. Please, I need to make one for X-Plane 12. Well, that was the specs of the setup. I'm not familiar with X-Plane 12, so I can't tell you what would be a good system or a bad system for that specific use case. Best I could tell you is to look up the preferred specifications and try to build a PC that meets or exceeds those. We're gonna break the rule, chat. We're gonna put the panels back on. So I got 4 terabytes. How many videos of Boy Scouts trying to tie knots can I fit in there? Well, it depends on what fidelity you're shooting at. London fog is sleeping. Excellent, excellent to hear. I'm wondering if I take this deep cool and just sneak this cable out like this. Just sneak it out. Sneak. I'm wondering if that's long enough to reach the motherboard, because if you guys look, it has a vent for a fan, and this fan will fit. Ooh, it's gonna be tight. I don't think it's gonna make it. And plus, it'll, when you pull the side panel off, it'll just yank it out. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? White? Because this is an ARGB fan. Let me consult my mod mat. Tell me which direction the fan goes. There. I don't know, chat. That might work. That might work, chat.
There's that.
And then I have an RGB.
Oh, it's 4-pin. Why does it always gotta be something damn different? Stupid.
Well, I got 4-pin RGB, and the fan wants 3-pin because blah 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 blah.
Fucking so stupid.
There's a 3-pin right here.
It looks like it might be for RGB. Let's try it. At worst, I blow up a fan that I don't care about. Okay, so we're just getting cucked. What is happening? Why isn't this plugging in?
Okay, whatever. I wanted it to be an RGB fan. I hate everything. I hate my life. I'm just kidding. Okay, there we go. Thumb screws in. Okay, thumb screws in. Let's read chat. 4-spin. No. There's two different. So like, there's two different standards. There's 3-pin and 4-pin RGB. So the 4-pin is 12-volt RGB, and the 3-pin is 5-volt. That's why. You back from the silence? Welcome. I hope your trip to the silence was productive. I'm gonna pop this off. Come over here. Well, I'm very glad to hear that your trip to the silence was productive. I'm trying to plug a phone charger into my phone. It is not working as I would hope. Okay, there we go. Now we won't lose stream.
CPU is the Ryzen 5 2600, Dave, and the motherboard is a B450 by ASRock. Okay. Alright, you guys, we're gonna make a lot of switches now real quick because I need you guys, I need the tripod that you guys are on. So we're gonna switch some things around. First being my camera. Oh. Okay. Second being this tripod. All right, we're gonna take you guys down. Set you guys up over here. Yeah, that's a good view. Yeah, that works. Okay, grab the camera. All right, so I've committed one cardinal sin, and I'm going to commit another sin. I wanted to leave the peel for the new owner, but there's actually an intake fan right here. So, sorry, new owner. This whole side panel is vented, and I was able to find a fan that fits right here. I think it's perfect, draws fresh air. We should have this big giant exhaust fan here and an exhaust fan on the back and two intakes right on the front. So this should cool the PC very well. And if you're new to PC building, the reason why the front panel being closed right now is a cardinal sin is we haven't tested the PC. So you just don't do that. It's illegal. You don't put the front panel on before you've tested the PC. It's bad juju. It means it's not going to turn on. So I'm going to prove that to you because it won't turn on the first time I try. Here we go. What's the specs, Ruben? Okay. It's a Ryzen 5 2600 with a 2080 Super. Or, I'm sorry, a 2080 Founders, non-Super. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky, little Einsteins. Get ready to explore. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at all this trash from this fucking PC build. I hate it so fucking much. I need a stand for the PC. I need, this is not a good setup. Damn it. Don't. You think it's gonna work, chat? Think that'll help stabilize a monitor? Ugh. Big ass 4K monitor for no reason. Oh, it worked! All right. I am nervous. The $375 PC. Even with the bad front panel juju. This is exhaust. That's actually intake. That's crazy. Okay, so we have a single exhaust. So very positive pressure case setup. Ugh. We have a post. We have a post. Come on. Come on, do the things. This is dusty. This is from all the dust from the PC. This is how disgusting it is. It's gotten all over everything. Look at this. This is horrible. My God, the microfiber's not even cleaning it. It's just moving the dust around. Yeah. Look at this. Ugh, it made it worse. Does the PC look good? I mean, I can't even tell. Oh, it's got the old school blue fans. That's sick. Hang on. I'm gonna turn the studio lights off real quick so you guys can see it. Oh yeah, dude.
Why is it in Spanish?
Preparando dispositivos. Preparing depositories? What? I'm gonna have to change the language. Let's test our front I/O by plugging in a keyboard. Okay, here's actually a good test. If the keyboard's working, you press caps lock and it works. The more you know. This is a horrible setup. I need like dual monitors or something so you guys could see and then I have one that I could see. La computadora está diciendo para espera. Necesitamos espera para la computadora ahorita. Why did it change to Spanish? I'm so confused. Oh, it's because that dude didn't change his he didn't wipe his drive. Okay, so another issue with buying used hardware is somebody, this guy, decided to just sell us a drive with his data on it. So we're gonna do him a favor. I'm gonna log into this, and well, I actually might not log into it at all. I'm gonna wipe his drive. This is bad. Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna turn this so I can actually read it and hide this dude's information. I need a mouse. 1 second. Okay, so, listen, if you guys are gonna sell old drives, they need to be wiped before you sell them. because this guy's name is here, like, who knows what other information he left on this drive. So I'm going to completely clean this drive and reformat it and reinstall Windows onto the M.2 drive. So alright, so I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff, and we'll be back in a second, and I'll explain. Guys, this is insane. This is ridiculous. Like, but you guys, huge upside. We have a free copy of Windows. So we'll just be recycling this copy of Windows onto the new drive. That simple. Hey guys, PC's sick though, isn't it? I'm totally in love with this build. And also, it goes to show you how important your drive choice is, because this thing, this copy of Windows right now, is super sluggish. And it has nothing to do with the PC, and everything to do with the fact that we're using a laptop spinning drive. And yeah, it looks like it's Windows 10. So it wants me to sign into his Microsoft account. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to get into BIOS and see if I can start this in safe mode, reinstall Windows, fresh copy of Windows, since it is connected to the internet now, onto the M.2. Once we get into Windows, we can wipe the drive and have a nice day. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate you, dude. You're awesome. Reiniciando. That's restarting in Spanish. I learned a new word. What's up? Grandpa, really? Why's it gotta be like that? It doesn't have to be like that. Rude. Why's my chat mean to me? Rainbow, I hope that you win one of the giveaways. I hope you do. Because then you get something for free and you're gonna be like, damn, I talked so much shit to Saltie and he gave me a free computer. Shit. That's crazy. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's just wild. That's wild. Crazy. God, this drive is painfully slow. With all the love. Okay. All right. It's like a respect your elders thing. I have half a mind to shut this bitch down and just like spam delete on first startup. Let me read that. Anyone here over 40? I am not. Please. The PC isn't that loud either, honestly. And I'm quite pleased with it. Please. 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 All right. Shit. Shit! It booted back into Windows. Damn it. $50 people. That's crazy. Thank you guys very much. So, let me just say this, okay? To everybody who's watching that's new, that hasn't watched me before. I do a lot of different things, but the main thing is I like building PCs and I want to give them away. So, this PC was built for $375. I'm proving to everybody that you can get into PC gaming for not a whole lot of money. And I'm also giving this PC away. Once I finish editing and doing all the video production stuff, everything that I have to do, We are going to give this PC away to one lucky viewer. The only thing is you got to be in the lower 48 of the United States, because I got to ground ship this, and there's the only way I can afford to do it. If I have to ship this overseas, it's like $1,500 to $2,000 just to ship this box. So, if you are overseas and you're still interested in trying to win something, we have 2 GTX 1080s up there, and I might be doing a 3060 Ti giveaway now, because I have a spare 3080 back there. So, yeah. My live is cracking? What does that mean? Just let me boot into safe mode, please. That's all I need. We are at 36 degrees on the CPU, by the way. I need to boot into safe mode so I can repair Windows and tell it to install on the NVMe without a login. And then the CPU is a Ryzen 5 2600. You know what? Hang on. Your electricity went out. That's crazy. I think my son stole my USB. Which is unfortunate because it has my Windows installer on it. Oh wow, thank you, gamer. I'm not blaming him, I'm just saying that's like what he did. Someone look up how to restart into safe mode. It's like, I thought it was hold shift, but I might be missing a key. Maybe is it hold control? Can someone hook that up real quick? What the shortcut is for booting into Windows safe mode? Why would he take the USB? Because it's funky and different, and he loves anything that's like that. So he'll just snatch it up right off at the desk. Oh, see? No, I got it. It's Windows 11 too. It's a good thing that I can read Spanish. Restablecer este equipo. Preparando todo. Got it. Yeah, I'm on desktop, but I got it figured out. From Dora? No. It wants me to do a local reinstallation, so we'll do that. Wow, this motherboard has Type-C? That's awesome. Yeah, shift and restart. That's what I did. So, but I appreciate it. Because I was like, I swear it's hold shift, but I think I just jumped the gun and booted into, or I got into BIOS. So when I saved and exited, it took me to the safe mode options. So this is what I'm looking for. Hopefully we're going to get a nice Windows reinstall option where I can select the M.2 drive and we will get a snappy PC. Super excited about this. This might take a while. Guys, I have to say I'm super pleased with this PC. think it looks great. Some nice RGB fans in the front would be ideal, I think. Nice RGB fan here, and maybe one here. I just really got my work cut out for me for this cable management. It's gonna be difficult. I'm so happy with this. $375, you guys. How much is a console nowadays? 500 bucks? So, you bring up an interesting point regarding running the scripts to clean up Windows 11. So, I don't think I'm going to run any scripts, and I'll tell you why. I am concerned that whoever gets this PC might not be a power user. And if those scripts disable things like security updates or anything like that, for a power user to go in and install on their own, then that would put that person in a bad spot. So I think the only thing I'm going to do is uninstall or delete any kind of Windows bloatware, and maybe what I'll do is install Steam. I think that might be the best thing to do. Oh God, we're just waiting on Windows. $39 ain't ancient, Dave. Don't do that. Oh God. I'm tired. It's gonna take forever on this ancient ass drive. Quote of the day, actually quote of the week. Knowing a tomato is a fruit is knowledge. Knowing not to put a tomato in a fruit salad is wisdom. Snaps for Dave, snaps in the chat. And ketchup is a smoothie. Very, very good. Very good, Rainbow. Snaps in the chat for Rainbow. This is not going to work. I need my USB. Oh, God damn it. It also doesn't help that it's in Spanish. So, You're partially right. The PC giveaway is US only, but I could ship graphics cards internationally. We're giving away a 1080, another 1080, and I think this 3060 Ti might need a new home. So, just saying. And the current Gleam giveaways are for the GPUs, so doobie doobie doo. So the card giveaways are going to be international, and honestly, as long as I can ground ship. As long as I can ground ship the PCs, they can be semi-international. So I think Canada would work because I can UPS ground into Canada. Make sense? I think that makes sense. Watch those tariffs, yeah. Declared value, $100. We are at 10% of the reinstall. Well, the PC hasn't blown up, so clearly I still know how to build them. You wouldn't touch a PC without an SSD even for free. You're lying. I'll tell you why you're lying. Okay, so let's say, hypothetically, I exploded overnight as a content creator and I got 3 million followers tomorrow morning. And I hit up Micro Center and I was like, sup, I got 3 million subscribers on YouTube. I want to partner with you. I want to build a cool PC. And they're like, bet. And I build a Ryzen 9 9800 X3D AM5 with 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 5080. Let's just say 5080. All in a sleek case, looks super good, whatever. Has fans, has cooling, everything. And it has 0 drives. No drives at all. You'd still want that PC because you could go out and spend $200 on 2 NVMe drives and you would get enough storage that it would be a wonderful system. So you are 100% wrong. You would absolutely take a free PC even with no drives in it. Wrong. I'm going to tell you, it runs, but very slowly. It's slow as... Actually, here, chat. You guys can watch numbers while I go hunt for the... I'm going to go see if I can find the... Damn it, I hit the power button. There. You guys can watch this, and I'm gonna go look and see if I can find my USB stick. Because if I can, we're gonna shut this off. Even though it's doing this, I don't care. We'll just shut it off and reinstall Windows. All right, where's Rainbow? It was me. I updated my BIOS. And I left it in the back of my PC. So it was my fault. Fuck you. And turn it back on. And PC on. Yeah, it took a while. Come on, come on. Well, I don't care if it bricks that version of Windows. We're completely wiping that drive. I just need to get into BIOS and tell it to boot to the USB. I mean, yeah, the monitor's not great. It's a damn spare monitor. Like, it's also dusty and nasty. Come on. Dude, I'm gonna turn this towards me so I can read again. What? How many hertz? It's 60. It's a 4K 60 hertz monitor. Just boot to BIOS. I'm going to die. Just boot to BIOS. Ugh. I hate this. Well, I'm not worried about it. I literally just need to get into BIOS. It's not that big of a deal. If I have to go in and unplug the hard drive, then I will. In fact, we're gonna do that. There you go. Now it doesn't have a choice. Hurry up. Boot to BIOS. Boot to BIOS, please. Boot to BIOS. Boot to BIOS, please. Boot to BIOS. Boot to BIOS, please. Boot to BIOS. I need the BIOS screen. Give me BIOS. I want the BIOS screen as rock label. Give me BIOS screen. Come on. Come on. Fresh install of Windows. Ah. Boom. There you go. All right, next. Next. Windows 11 Home, whatever.
It doesn't meet the minimum requirements.
I hate this. I forgot, it's an AM4 system, so it's like, Windows 11 won't work on this? So, how about you die? Shit! I'll go put in a Windows 11 installer on this. You want to come with me, chat? Okay, hang on. Kind of want to buy the side panel. It's not for sale, but thank you. How am I going to fresh install Windows? Right here. You're going to do that when you buy this PC off of me. Well, it's not for sale, so good luck figuring that one out. Ugh. Honestly, not really. I appreciate it, Allie. I really do. But I'm just going to go back to Windows 10. I think Windows 10 will be perfect for this machine. It's lighter weight anyways. So, we're just going to do a Windows 10 fresh installer on this guy right here. And be done with that. Should everybody be asleep? Let's go zippity-doo-dah right through this. Tint the glass yellow so it looks like Batman. That'd be cool. It'd be easy too. You just get like fog light, the wrap, the vinyl wrap that's yellow and see-through. Easy money. I'm gonna save the more crazy builds for a little later because I kind of feel like kind of feel like the first couple should be pretty basic. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the PC itself is unique already. It's an old school case. Like the majority of people who are going to be looking to get into PC gaming right now will have been born around the time that case was popular. So, like, it's something that they would never have even seen. So, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's unique in its own right, and I have big, big plans for future builds that I really want to give away. I have an idea for a solid wood PC case. $5090s for everybody. That'd be sick. It has an M.2, Allie. It has a 500 gigabyte M.2. Your PC is $224. It's interesting. It's specific. I'm thirsty. That's right, Salty Pennies merch. You could have your own. Glass water bottles. Be the Mr. Beast of PCs. That would be sick. Honestly. I think that would be so much fun. So Windows was running on the hard drive, but that's because the dude who sold it to me didn't wipe it before he sold it to me. So it booted to Windows on that drive. I will not be Oprah. No. I feel like the concrete PC would be interesting, but I also feel like that would be heavy. I will not be doing a mineral oil PC. No. You know what would be funny is a house PC. Hear me out. A house PC where you run all... No, I didn't get an old Dell. I built a fully custom PC for $375. The specs of the PC are Ryzen 5 2600 with a 28 with a RTX 2080 Founders Edition. Guitar PC would be cool. Don't know how I could fit it. It would have to be like an acoustic guitar, but I think I could do it. But a house PC, build it out of like 1x1 lumber, fit it together, and drywall and plaster the exterior. That'd be so stupid. Custom aluminum PC. I could do it. I could weld. Stainless, or no, not stainless, but steel interior, painted with epoxy. Can I do a server? Hang on one second. Let me get this out. Steel interior, and then get a piece of aluminum and bend it so it's a U shape that slides down and locks in place. Complete one single piece of aluminum. PC looks seamless. Do a cheap Chinese brand custom PC. I feel like that's been done, like the AliExpress PCs and stuff like that. I could do it, but I'm more into like actually building something with performance. Okay, and somebody asked, can you do a server? Can I do a server? Can I do a server? How about that? Bam, there you go. All right, and MR needs urgent help. Urgent help from a person on the internet. All right. First build is stuck on Windows. Wi-Fi driver download. It's not letting you. Okay. First thing you need to do is, can you connect the PC to the internet with a wired connection? If you can do that, then go in and reinstall the drivers for your specific Wi-Fi card from the manufacturer. It's the best thing to do. Hey man, what's my high-end PC? My high-end PC is that guy right back there. That is a Ryzen 9 7950X3D with 64 gigabytes of RAM that I overclocked to, I think it's 5,800 mega transfers a second or 6,000 mega transfers per second with a 4090 FE. Can I review your short film? I don't think my well, hang on, bro. If you don't even, whoa, time out. Hang on. First of all, Lakato, not sure my channel would be the spot for a short film review, just because it's a PC channel. And then how much was the server? It was about $3,500, something like that. You have a Tomahawk B650. You need to check on your motherboard if it has a Wi-Fi card, because if it doesn't have a Wi-Fi adapter, then it's not going to have Wi-Fi. And randoms, that build back there, $3,000 or so, something like that. Okay, Lakato. Much love from India. That's sick. Free server stuff from your job? That's crazy. I want to get this done so I can go to bed. What was my very first PC? Probably like a iGPU Intel, like super basic PC. Can I do the worst PC build ever? Yeah, sure. Here's your worst PC build ever. Right there. It has electronics inside, and it has 0 computing power, and it can do nothing. There you go. Worst PC ever. And then, let's see. What was your so my very first PC that I built myself was like, I don't know, probably like a Ryzen 3, like 1300 or something like that, maybe 2300. With an RX 580. And then the next system I built was a Threadripper system with a 5700 XT. Then the next system was a Ryzen 9. I can't remember, like 7900X. I don't remember. I don't remember the SKU. With a 2070 Super. And then my TV, no. I'm not, no. Oh, do you mean my monitor? If you mean my monitors, it's that. There you go. Yeah, my first PC was like super basic. If it has 6E Wi-Fi and you're not, and again, if it's a Wi-Fi capable motherboard, you need to plug in directly to your router with an Ethernet cable. Go on and update the drivers for, I think you said it was an MSI board. Update the drivers for the MSI board's Wi-Fi driver. That's what you need to do, and it should fix the Wi-Fi. That's sick. Old school photo with you in the first PC ever. That's what's up, dude. What is the best GPU that I have? My 4090.
I appreciate the subscription, MR. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you feel I've earned it. What's up, Ducky? Cheapest cinema editing PC specifications. Okay, so if you're doing editing, what you need to do is basically max your budget, because encoding takes, like, encoding your footage is going to hit the CPU, but it'll also hit the GPU depending on the effects and things that you use. So I'm not going to recommend anything cheap for editing. And the reason why is you can edit on just about anything. But what you're going to find is it's slow and it takes forever and it's very difficult and you will get frustrated. So don't cheap out if you're a filmmaker and you want to build your hobby. You need to find something that you can work with. Probably the cheapest thing for any kind of video editing is a Mac, because they work really well with Adobe's software. But it depends on the software you're using, etc., etc. Ducky, what question do you want to ask? MR, I appreciate, you don't need to donate, but I appreciate it. Just a 4090 or a 5090 and 65? Well, I just have a 4090. Ducky, what question do you want to ask, bro? And then, no, I didn't forget about the PC. We were doing a Windows installation tool. Boom. There we go. Okay, let's go to boot. Exit. Discarded. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We've got our Windows 10 media installation because Windows 11 didn't meet the requirements, or the PC didn't meet Windows 11 requirements, so it failed to install. So we're going to install Windows 10. Bingo, bingo, bongo. All right. Next, install now. Setup is starting. Bow, 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 bow. Show the monitor. I will when it's something to show, because I still have to like do this. We're just installing Windows, so it's just like a spinning wheel of death. Well, enjoy your phone call. 1%. 5%. 7%. So for editing, the best thing you can do is probably CPU, but check with the encoder that you're using and which program which encoder the program that you uses to see which piece of hardware it pulls from the most.
That's sick, dude. Jailbreaking Xbox to play SNES games. I don't have efficiency issues on Google Chrome, but what I did notice, actually, it was kind of funny because the other day I noticed my PC fans kind of ramping up, and I was like, what if, I'm not doing anything with my PC. It shouldn't be spinning up like this. It was Google Chrome using 20% of my CPU to hold open like 9 tabs or something. Okay, we have successfully installed Windows 10. We're gonna go through our first restart right now. Please. Please. Please work. Please. Please turn on. Oh my god, I hate this. What are you gonna do to the PC when I'm done? I'm gonna give it away. Last Windows update really messed things up. Yep. Windows sucks. You use After Effects, Premiere, Pro, Blender, or Maya. Probably CPU intensive tasks then. Teenage years confused why Pokemon was only for Nintendo. That's funny. What do I recommend for a programmer in slash coder? I don't know anything about programming and coding. So at the end of the day, you got to see what the program that you're using wants. Like, does it want CPU? Then give it CPU. If it wants cores, if it wants speed, you got to figure that out because I genuinely don't know. Then power naps rules. Yeah, power naps. Why is this taking forever? Did I turn this off when I moved it? Oh, I unplugged the HDMI cable. I'm a dum-dum. Please. Please. No signal. Why? which Ryzen 5? You gotta, there's more numbers to it. Windows, hello? Computer, is everything okay? Are you alright? I feel like you're a sad boy. Oops. It's probably fine. There you go. Come on. Give me Windows. Give me Windows. Give me Windows. Give me Windows. Yes! Ah, that feels so good. Come on. All right. I can't read. Okay. Yes. Where's the mouse? Where's the mouse? Yes. Skip. Let's go. What? It's doing Wi-Fi stuff. All right. Let me do that real quick. Oh my God. Oh.
Now we have important setup to do. Now we have important setup to do.
No, you don't, Windows. Hurry up. Give me Windows. Give me Windows. I want to install Steam. I want to do game testing. So I'm streaming backwards because I'm using my phone, but I'm using the front camera so I can read chat. Put Dungeon Crawler on it, exactly. So Dave, I actually do Steam giveaways, but it's mostly indie games. So I partner with indie developers that want to promote their game, and then we give Steam keys away. So we do that, but we do those mostly live. Oh my god, why did they make this so difficult to set up? The scroll wheel doesn't work right. This is stupid. Enter your birthday. Do all of this. Blah, 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 blah. There. Dog. Why can't I just type it in? It literally goes, oh my god. So stupid. I'm trying to type things in, it's like page upping and downing. There. I just got a black screen. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Oh my god, thank you. I had to prove that I'm freaking human. This is ridiculous. Yes, I've proven that I'm human. Now let me into fucking Windows. Oh my god, it can't be a number pattern that people might know. I'm just gonna have to wipe this drive again. Oh my god. Diagnostic data, tailored experiences, advertising ID, inking and typing, nothing. Stop trying to steal my data, Windows, I hate you. Skip customization of experience. No thank you. Please just get me to the damn Windows desktop. Holy god, this is why I hate this. Skip. Decline. Next. No thanks. Not now. Hi. Finally. We're getting everything ready for you. Ooh. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move stuff right now. To not here. Okay. There you go. That's another PC part that can go over there. Okay. Let's put this over here. Let's move the mouse over here. Okay. I'm actually dying. At least we made it to Windows, everybody. Finally. We're gonna move the PC so that you guys can see it real well. Hopefully that's cool. Okay. There we go. And now I'm gonna stand over here. I think you guys can see me. Let me check. Barely. This is what we will we will work with. Did that help with the glare? Yes, it did. Okay. Okay, here we go. Maybe later. All right. Well, that's that. So, we're going to do 2 sign-offs. All right, you guys. So in the next video, what we're going to do is actually benchmark and show the performance of this PC. So the next video, what we're going to do is benchmark this PC and show you guys its true performance. So in the next video, we're going to benchmark this PC and show you guys the true performance. Stay salty. Deuces. All right, you guys. And next, what we're going to be doing is setting this up so we can... Oh, God. Next, what we're going to be doing is installing a bunch of games and stuff so we can see how this PC will actually run. Hint, hint, it's going to rip because it's got a 2080. This isn't the best monitor for it because it's a 4K monitor at 60 Hertz, but I can show you what 4K gaming looks like on a 2080. So that'll be cool. And yeah, $375 PC. It's gangster. Okay. What should we do? Oh, I know what we need to do. Plug the drive in, and now we can format the drive. It's only showing 1 disk. Okay, that's fine. We'll restart. Windows and hot swap SATA is trash at best. Yeah, exactly. See, preparando. So it's showing as the other drive. So we're gonna have to wipe that drive right now and take it out of that boot order. Oh, God. Come on. Don't fucking do this. Should let me get into BIOS. Why? Exactly, I know. And you guys saw me spamming fucking delete.
Stupid.
I know you guys saw me spamming. I know.
¿Te está haciendo? All right, you guys. So, because this thing is stuck in its stupid little Spanish boot loop from the hard drive, I'm tired. It's bedtime. I've been up with you guys for 231 minutes, which is more than 3 hours. So, what we are going to do is let this do its dumb shit, and then we are going to, I'm from the United States, and then Sunday, for Salty Sundays, we are going to finish this up. I need to edit the videos, push all those videos out, and get this giveaway rolling. We are going to do an old school giveaway. So to get this, we are going to post a video, and that video has to get a certain number of views. I'm thinking around 5,000, I think. I don't know. So, we're going to do it old school. And at 5,000 views, we're going to pick a commenter. And as long, the commenter, you just got to pick, you got to put like the state that you're from. And I'll like, I don't know, roll a dice or something. I don't know. We'll figure, we'll do a random giveaway. We'll do it live. And we'll message the person to give away this awesome retro PC. All right? So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Lakato, the United States. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If I've earned your subscription, I will be forever grateful. And if you like the content here on the stream, maybe check out the rest of the channel, see if you like more. All right? I have to play Homelander. Oh, like that as an actor. That's, thank you. I appreciate that. Still doing its dumb shit. So, with that being said, you guys, I hope you all have enjoyed the stream, and always stay salty. Deuces. Good night, everybody. Good night, Rainbow. Good night, Dave. Good morning, Toma.